Mother Alice, we want you to get better so you can just come on and walk.
1590 WFBR, Glen Burnie, Baltimore. Views expressed on the following program do not necessarily reflect those of the Wave Broadcasting Corporation or the staff and management of WFBR.
Good morning. The program is Stolen Property, and I am the Spirit Man, and I'll be with you until the top of the noon hour. Going to put power into 1 hour as we move to rock your reggae radio and to rock your mind as we move down to your roots, to shake you and to wake you that maybe that you can be one of those who are raising up the deaf, dumb, and blind, black man, black woman here, and the hells of North America. So we thank you once again for listening to this program. We thank the Creator for blessing us with this opportunity that maybe we can say something that you can take into your considerations this morning. So I hope all are well and that you are looking forward to having a productive day and a productive morning. So there'll be some things that we're going to get into this morning. I'm going to have a young brother come on this program with me this morning. He's a golfer. He's a pro golfer, and I'm waiting for him and his mother to arrive. And until the meantime, we're going to get into some other things as I'm waiting for them to arrive this morning. So many interesting things have happened this week. One thing that is interesting, that the situation with the lead poisoning, it seems that one of the council persons wished to have the federal government to come in and make the housing department to pay the settlements that they agreed to as far as the lead poisoning is concerned. I know as I was coming to the station this morning, down at the downtown area, they're starting to demolish some of the buildings down there. And you know they got lead in them, and I ain't seen nobody watering anything down and dust flying all over the place. So there's some things and issues that have to be dealt with. I was trying to find this particular article. I had it at one point. I believe it was by Councilman Kraft. Wish to have the... Okay, here we go. This morning, the councilman wants U.S. to intervene in lead paint cases. The chairman of the Baltimore City Council Committee says he will ask federal officials to push Baltimore Public Housing Agency to pay a six-figure judgment for lead paint poisoning, saying the agency had effectively stuck its tongue out by refusing to budge on the issue. The dispute is the latest development in a story that came to light in April when Housing Authority Executive Director Paul T. Graziano said the cash-strapped agency could not and would not pay nearly $12 million in court-ordered lead poisoning judgments against it. Councilman James B. Kraft said Thursday that he was very dissatisfied with Graziano's refusal to seek federal approval to pay one judgment in particular, a $200,000 consent judgment involving a former public housing resident named Deron E. Goods. The local agency, Kraft faulted the local agency for reaching an agreement with Goods in 2009, but then refusing to pay the mutually agreed upon sum of $200,000 and fighting his subsequent efforts to collect. To just say we confess judgment to you and sort of stick your tongue out afterwards and say, we got you, didn't we? Which is effectively what they are doing. It's not fair, Kraft said. While Goods is not the only plaintiff in a consent judgment against the Housing Authority, Kraft said he focused on that particular case because he knows more about it. He plans to contact federal housing officials soon and say, you need to make them do the right thing. Housing Authority spokesman Shervin Porter said the agency had no comment on Kraft's remarks. The Baltimore Housing Authority, the nation's fifth largest with a budget of $300 million, has maintained that it cannot pay residents poisoned years ago by lead paint in public housing. Graziano says the vast majority of the authority assets are federal and therefore beyond the plaintiff's reach. Well, you can't pay lead paint poisoning cases. You can't pay or refuse to pay agreed upon settlements. But you can spend in the Johnson Square community $1.9 million to rehab four houses in Johnson Square where the value of the property is $30,000 or less. Does that make any sense? You're going to spend or have spent $500,000 a house in Johnson Square. One house, they say they spent just about $500,000. Then going to turn around and sell the house for $70,000 or $75,000. You look at the math. You listen to what I just said. Does it make any sense to you? But they can't pay for these judgments. And it's clear at this point that the only reason why they went into these judgments because they had no intent thereafter to pay them. They had no intent on paying them in the first place. And we have a serious problem of lead poisoning throughout this city. So many people, so many children have been damaged over the years of lead poisoning and all other kind of environmental factors. Last week, I decided to, sister told me to take a look at something So I did. I walked up Ricerstown Road off of Rogers Avenue in one of those hot 90 or 100-degree days. And I just happened to walk over there to where the new DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles, is located on Ricerstown Road. I thought I almost had to call 911 because I was starting to have some respiratory problems because with the heat and the pollution from the vehicles going up and down Ricerstown Road. And to add on to that, Department of Motor Vehicles, they should move that location. Shouldn't have built it there in the first place. And any council representative or any state representative that represents those or that particular area, that Park Heights community, that should not have been there. It should not have been placed there. It is a hazard, a environmental hazard to the residents. It's in a sitting behind it is a residential community, all that's surrounding that new DMV center up there. Why you put it up there? You should have put it down at the bottom. All that space is available down there where the old Collins Drive-In, Park Circle, Business Park. Down there where the old Collins Drive-In is, all that land down there, you could have put it there and not anywhere near a residential area. What kind of health effects that it will have on the residents? We need to ask those kind of questions. And if you live in that community, you should be calling your council person, your state senator or state delegate that's within that Park Heights area, within down at Rogers Avenue, Haywood, all back around in those areas. You should be calling and have the damn thing moved. And it can be moved. Because you remember at one time they used to have the emissions station over there on the east side, Exeter Hall. It is closed now. It is closed now, so because there was complaints for the environmental problems that was taking place. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to take a brief little break because my guests are here and going to get them pretty well situated. So I be back in a moment. Good morning. The program is Stolen Property. I am the Spirit Man, and I'll be with you until 12 noon. I have a sister and her son here with us this morning, and we're going to have a conversation. I'm going to talk to his mother first. I wish the sister to introduce herself to those who are listening to the radio this morning.
Good morning. I am Letha Ayers, member of Agape Miracle Worship Center and the very proud parent of Brian Martin.
Yes, ma'am. One of the things before we really get into discussion and really start talking about Brian, a question that always bugged me was that when we met, why did you stop me, of all people?
It was more like this brother seems to be able to, has a lot of information and just very approachable attitude, and that's why I stopped him.
Yes, ma'am, and I'm happy you did, because I did get to meet Brian and got to call around and talk to some folks to find out a little bit more about him, and that was almost about like a year later. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And trying to see what we can do to be able to further his development, because he's a golfer.
Yes.
And as we hear all this stuff about our children, what they don't do or not involved in, and we hear all the negatives, but we don't hear about positive things and a lot of things that they are doing, and we wouldn't know about them if we wouldn't raise them up and bring them out for folks to see.
I agree.
Yes, ma'am. So that's what we're raising up Brother Brian today.
Yes.
And what we also here trying to do is that we're trying to get the brother some money.
Yes, we
Okay,
are.
definitely
Yes,
trying to
we
get
are.
the brother some money. Could you tell us, the folks that's listening this morning, of what Brian has upcoming? What's coming up for Brian right now?
What's upcoming for Brian right now is college at the Eastern Shore. What's the name of it? Can you help me out, Brian?
AAU golf tournament.
Okay, and
Wait a minute, he said the AAU golf tournament.
yes,
Okay, we might just
That's
have to
going-
switch over and let Brian jump in here.
that would be great.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Brian, jump in here. Go ahead.
Good morning. Basically, the tournament is called the AAU National. It will be held in Charlotte, North Carolina at Ballantyne Resort. It's a 4-day tournament from the 24th to the 28th, and basically the expenses will be covering my airfare, hotel, travel, and any expenses that I would need, and the entry fee for the tournament is $240. So that's basically everything about the golf tournament.
So, Brian, could you tell folks, for one, how old you are and how long you've been playing golf?
I'm 18. I've been playing golf about 10 to 12 years now. So
What is your ranking?
my handicap is a 6. I was number 1 in the city since I was about 13 in Baltimore City, but now I'm too old to play in the regular city league for my age. So now I'm going to amateurs and playing collegiate golf at Maryland Eastern Shore.
Yes, sir. So, do you have a pro card?
No, I don't have a pro card yet.
You don't have
but
a pro card yet?
When I graduate, that's the thing that I'm certified. I'm a certified Class A pro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're a pro right now, too, as far as I'm concerned. Okay. And what I want to ask you, Brian, is that what we're trying to do this morning is that we're trying to assist, because how I met your mother was over bags of ice.
Yes, it
And I kept seeing her coming in, getting ice and ice and ice. And for some reason, we struck up a conversation. So we just started talking. And this just is not, what we're talking about this morning is not just about you,
Right.
but it talks about, it speaks to also a mother's love for her child or for her son. And that's just not your mother, but that's all mothers, because, you know, the things that a mother will do for her child. I don't know what your mother was doing with that ice, making snowballs or what, but I know that she was hustling and bustling. And that said a lot to me, that what she was doing to being able to make her way for her baby to, at that time you was trying to get through the golf tournament that you were in Tennessee, if I'm correct.
Yes, you're correct.
Yes, sir. That was a while ago, but I still remember
Yeah.
that. And trying to get funds, trying to raise funds to defer the room and board, and also for the travel expenses to get you there. And myself and your mother had a conversation, maybe 5 minutes. And I said, I'm going to get you some money right now.
Yes, you did.
Did I get you some money?
Yes,
Yeah.
you did.
Yes, ma'am. And we're going to get you some money again. Okay?
Yes.
And it's not just that. Brian is just an example of a lot of our children, the potential and the hope and the prayers of all their mothers that are in these children. And that's all of our children. And if we take the time and to nurture the abilities that's within them, and to be able to let them to eventually develop on their own, because the conversation we had the other day, at one point the conversation transferred from myself and you to Brian, and I watched how you let him start to handle his own business.
Yes, yes.
And I observed that very closely. And the love that you have for your child is just the same as any other mother or any other mother should have, to be able to push our children, and particularly our sons, forward, and not being able to hold them back or hamper them or to baby them up. Brian is very independent to a certain extent. You know what I mean? And he's really a nice young man. So,
Thank you so much.
Brian, what is it? What do you need to get you to this tournament?
As far as like a price,
Yes, sir.
around $2,000 to $3,000. It does get expensive because we are staying at a resort, so it's a little expensive. But between $2,000 to $3,000 a do. That'll hit it right on the head.
Yeah, and see, the thing is that if we don't support our young folks, we talk about the young folks, the children are the future, but are we making way for them? Are we providing for them to get there? Because I know I'm helping and assisting you and your mother to get you to where you have to go to this next tournament. Right. I know I got to get some scholarship money for my own child. You know what I mean? So we all, as parents, are in those kind of situations that your mom out there making them snowballs and all that other kind of stuff, you know what I mean? And out there hustling, to get her baby where her baby got to go. And that's what all mothers want, but it's tough times and it's very difficult for a lot of people out there as far as the economy is concerned. So we may not have the resources that we may have had 2-3 years ago. That whole situation have changed. So I'm talking to the folks out there. We trying to get this brother to this tournament. He's a young golfer, and soon he'll be a professional golfer with his pro card. Looking forward to see the brother at the what they call it, the PGA.
Yep, PGA.
PGA and at the Masters. You know what I mean? And I'm going to turn your mother on and to some older golfers that I know, and some other folks that may not reside in this city, or may be in another city, that may be able to help and to assist you to get you to where you go. What kind of time are we looking at from that you would need this money to get to the next tournament? How far is that away?
It's July the 23rd. I'll be leaving. That's a Saturday, I believe, because we checked in on the 24th. So the 23rd probably be the deadline. Or you could reach my mom and she could Western Union me the money, or anyway. But the 23rd is the deadline when I get prepared to leave. So
let me ask you this, Brian. What got you into golf particularly at a young age?
At a young age, my father took up golf. He's teaching professional. His name is Milo Martin. And when I was little, he always used to leave me and go to the golf course. So they finally got me a little plastic set, and I just started hanging with him at the golf course. And once I saw I was good at it, it just made me stick with it even more. I became to get passionate about the sport, just because it was something that everybody didn't do, and I was good at it, so I could call it my own. So it just stuck with me for a long time.
Yeah, because don't find a lot of young black men or black males playing golf. That's rare, basketball, football or rapping or something like that.
Right.
But golf would be something unusual that we would find, or not unusual, but it was taken as unusual to find young black men playing golf, particularly those that start out in adolescence and continue on into their teen years. So I'm going to throw this phone number out here to those who are listening to this program. The phone number is 410-761-1592. If you have any questions you wish to ask Brian or even ask his mother, you can call that number. But what we're trying to do is that we're trying to raise some money for Brian so we can get him to this tournament. I wish you could be here to see the young brother, the potential that the young brother has exhibited, and the dedication and the commitment that his mother has to him, and the dedication and the commitment that I do have to him to make sure that he make it to the next stop on his journey to professional sports. Yeah. So the phone number is 410-761-1592. If you have any questions that you wish to ask Brian or ask his Brian Martin, or if you wish to ask his mother, you can call that number. And when you do call, hopefully you can call and make a commitment, a financial commitment, because if we say that our children is our future or are our future, that means that we have to invest in them. And maybe the problem that we have with our youth now is that we're not investing in them, and we have to invest monetarily in them so that they will not have to deal with some of the things and some of the issues that we have to deal with as adults. So the phone number is 410-761-1592. I see that someone's on the line, so I'm going to take this call. You want to take this call, Brian?
Yes, I'll take it.
Yes, sir. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. I just wanted to make a pledge to support this young man.
Yes, ma'am. What I'm going to do is that
How do I do it?
Brian is going to tell you how to do that, okay?
Okay.
How you doing? Good morning. Basically, you can hook up with me, or you can hook up with my mom, and I'll give you my address. You can send a check to my address and write it out in my name. My name is Brian Martin, Bryan. Last name Martin, Martin. Address is 4343 Ricerstown Road.
Okay, is that zip code 15?
Yes.
Okay, and you said make it out to Brian Martin.
Yes, ma'am.
Will do.
I would like to thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I thank you too, sister. Brother Brian, could you give that information one more time? Take your time, please.
Okay. My phone number is 443-850-3357, and my address is 4343 Ricerstown Road, area code 21215, Baltimore, Maryland.
Yes, sir. And if you are out there listening to the program this morning, the phone number is 410-761-1592. Have young 17-year-old Brian Martin here with us. What did you say, 18? 18 now. Okay. Yep. All right, 18 years old. We have Brian Martin with us this morning, 18-year-old. At this time, he is I consider him a professional golfer. He don't have his professional pro card yet. He's a pro, and he will be getting his pro card very soon. And we can make that happen by making a contribution to be able to get this brother to the next tournament that he has to attend to further his development in the field of golf. There's not too many black golfers out there. We remember Petey Green. Was it Petey Green? And what was the other brother's name?
Oh, you got a couple. You have Joe Louis. A lot of people are familiar with Joe Louis, the boxer. Everyone goes for Tiger Woods, but it's a whole bunch of others that paved the way that a lot of people don't know about that really got us started, which is very inspirational.
So tell us about some of these folks.
Most of the folks, I can't get them by name, but basically the black golfers, a lot of people know that we couldn't play golf. They wouldn't want us on the golf course. So basically they just started caddying. Caddying is when they carry the clubs around, and when you see something that looks fun, sooner or later you're going to want to join. So basically, the caddies began to take lessons, and they just started to pick up on golf, and then the black golfers just broke through the barricade, and some of them paved the way, and we see Tiger Woods took advantage of it, and now it's just our futures ahead of us. So we just looking forward to more black golfers stepping up, because it's there for us. We just got to take it.
Yeah, so let me ask you this question: when you when you get to the PGA, can I caddy for you, man?
Sure.
I caddy for you.
Sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just one day. That's all. That's all I do. Caddy for you one day.
I got you.
Yes, sir. That's when I want to be able to give you that putter when you are at that 18th hole. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's all over with. You know, yes, sir. I want to throw it up. I want to put it up in the air.
Celebration time.
Yes, sir. So the phone number is 410-761-1592. We got a young brother here and his mama. He's a professional golfer, and we trying to raise some money so we can get him to this next golf tournament. It's going to cost about $3,000 to defer the cost of his lodging and also for the travel fare, airfare. So it's up to us to be able to assist him as he just exemplify the rest of our children. You know, and we can always talking about the negative, and we always reminded every day when we watch the news, this and that and the other, that, you know, it's the image that they give of black children or black youth, particularly black males in particular, and that's not always the case, and generally is not the case. So, and we can change the negatives by basically grabbing hold of our children and being able to support them where support is needed. So the phone number is 410-761-1592. If you wish to make a commitment, you know, a financial commitment, Brian is here to be able to take your information and or give you the information that where you can send in some money. I'm not going to be shy in saying so, because if you're not going to get it if you don't ask for it. And that's the only way it's going to happen. And the only way that this brother's going to make it to this next tournament is that we make that happen for them. So we cannot continue to let our children down by our example of not being involved in their lives in some manner or some fashion. Good morning. You on the air.
Hi, how you doing, Brother Donald?
Yes, sir.
You see me normally every Friday. I didn't see you this morning at the market. I just wanted to definitely thank you for everything that you've already said and everything that you've opened up a lot of people's minds to in this day and time. You got a lot of people hiding behind a curtain,
Yes, sir.
waiting for it to open, but they fail to realize that the opening of the curtain opens only when they open up their mind.
Yes, sir. And go ahead, brother.
Honestly, I'm just glad that you're just agitating these subjects so much that, you know, somebody has to take notice and somebody has to take responsibility for the thoughts and the things that are going on at the time that everyone should be aware of to take care of these things that's actually going on. So I definitely want to say this is Daryl from Park Heights Community.
Yes, sir.
Right around the corner from Food King.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate everything that you're just doing, and I normally give you $10 when I see you, but
Yes,
every time I see you now, I'm giving you 20 because I want everything that you're saying on this air, everybody that you're inviting on your radio station, just to get more broadcasts, just to capture a little bit more ears, so that somebody can actually just stop and think about exactly what you're trying to convey to these people. So I'm behind you 100%. Daryl McKinnon, Park Heights Community, Northwest Baltimore, and I'm here for you all today.
Yes, sir. And brother, I appreciate you and you consistent with that every week. And we're going to be talking because we're going to be doing some things in the Park Heights community. So I'll be talking to you, too.
I definitely will see you.
All right, my brother.
All right, thank you so much.
No, I thank you for that encouragement that you have given young brother Brian and especially myself, because I'm doing this as a public service, and it is.
Exactly. And, you know, and I mean, I don't mean to cut you off, but even with Brother Brian, my mind and my heart and my soul goes out to him and everything that he and you and that we're all trying to actually accomplish. Our mind should be on these subjects more often than not. So I just want to say it's not just to you, it's to everyone. Anybody that's blessed that microphone that you're actually talking on to, man, I'm with you. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
All right.
The phone number is 410-761-1592. We have young brother, 18-year-old, ready to go to a transition too, from working his way into adulthood. And I think that we can help him in his travels, in his life, as all of our children need some help for them to try to smooth things out for them as possible without handicapping them. So that is the thing. I play a little golf too, man. I don't know what my handicap is. This might be handicap, okay? You know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting for someone else to call in. So, Brother Brian, who have been helping you and assisting you in growing and developing?
A lot of people play a hand in that part. It starts with my family. They basically molded me easily. As you know, I live in the Park Heights, Reisterstown community, where you could easily be caught up in the things that everyone sees. But they just molded me, keeping my head on straight, telling me, like, it's destined for me to be great. God gave me a gift, and I have to use it. I just don't want to throw it away in the trash. So my family plays the biggest part in just keeping me on track.
Yeah, because I know that in that type of community and that kind of environment, that you can get caught up here real easy. Yeah. Back in the day when I was coming up with someone with your talent, with your skill, those folks that was gangsters and hustlers that was on the street, you know, they would make that way for someone like you who have that ability, have that skill. Basically, back in the day, they would finance you. Right. To get you to where you have to go. And other folks they saw with the certain abilities and potentials that they would put their arms around them and support them and make things a lot more easier for them to get where they have to go. I'm going to have to once again to give the phone number out. Come on, folks, call in. We talk about our young folks, but we have one right here, you know. He's a young professional golfer going to be participating in a golf tournament a short period of time from here. And what we're trying to do is raise money to defer airfare, room and lodging, and maybe to put a little spending money in his pocket that as he is out of town, he may be able to get himself something to eat besides going to one of the fast food joints, okay? All right, so the phone number is 410-761-1592. Mama, you got anything you want to say?
Yes, Brother Donald, I'd like to thank so much the very first caller for calling in for sowing a seed into Brian. And I also like to ask my church family to dial that number, sow a seed. And we're in the 40th district. It doesn't matter what district you're in. The brother is in need of help right now. And I'm not too ashamed to say it. I'm very proud to be sitting here with him and Brother Donald this morning to let you know that not just Brian, but there's so many others out there.
That's right.
That needs to be lifted up and sown the seed into. And I just want to give honor to God for the gift he's given him and the passion and the guidance he's had from family. And acknowledge his sisters for being such a strong part of Brian's life and his brother. And we're going to continue praying and keeping Brian prayed and lifted up.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's what we're going to do. Is that?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take a brief little break and make some announcements, and we're going to come back and get back into it, okay? And before we close this program out.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So I just want to thank the brothers and sisters from the Supreme Oasis Bakery in Delhi, home of the world's famous Supreme Bee Pie, 3223 Garrison Boulevard, Baltimore, Maryland 21216. Delivery is available. You can call 410-466-7212. That's the phone number if you want to get your have your food delivered. They guys have so many things. They have the platter, the barbecue beef rib platter, the fish cake roll. They have the fish, baked, barbecued, or fried. They have the chicken, baked, barbecued, or fried. The chicken salads, the salmon cake platter, and they have the vegetarian platter. They just have those side orders, and they got the cabbage, they got the french fries, they got the green beans, they got the mac and cheese, they got the butternut squash. Also, they have desserts, they have cakes. They have the, what'd you say, wonderful sister? Wonderful. You got to go up there and get some of that stuff. They got, you go up there? Y'all do? Have y'all had them, fish and chips yet?
Yeah, fish and chips.
What about that hoagie, bro?
And so much fish.
So much fish?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So I ain't got to go through this menu too much, but they do have the comeback fish. They have the fish cake, the fish special, the fried fish, salmon burger, salmon cake, the salmon salad. They have the chef salads. I mean, you can go up there and get all kind of things. And if you want some extra, you get a chicken box, chicken wings, the fish and chips, the chicken nuggets, the salmon cake. So much fish. That's what you were talking about. Is that the lake trout?
Yep.
Or the whiting?
Yeah.
Or the whiting?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right. Is that why you can play golf so good, Brian? So much fish, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So let me thank the brothers and sisters from Supreme Oasis for being sponsors of this program. So I'm happy that they on board, and they get some good folks and some good brothers and sisters, and a lot of the younger ones up there. Over the years we have watched them grow into to teens, and some of them into adulthood. So we are not strangers, and they have good food. So you go up there to Supreme Oasis up on that 22 Garrison Boulevard, the home of the world famous Supreme Being Power. You can get your supreme knowledge, your supreme wisdom, and your supreme understanding from clean people who will serve you clean food and who will clean you up and show you some things and tell you about some things that can change your life. So I thank the brothers and sisters up there. And also have coming up, I believe that's on the, I don't have my glasses on me, that's the 16th of July. Come out and support Rhonda Winbush, your city council candidate for the 6th district. Friends of Rhonda Winbush will be selling chicken and fish dinners on the next Saturday, July the 16th, 2011, from 12 to 5 p.m. at 2701 Mount Holly Street. Delivery is available for a minimum of 5 dinners. You can call 443-9784. The dinners are $10. You can get your chicken, your fish, your mac and cheese, your string beans, your potato salad, and your rolls, and get yourself a soda or something to go along with it. Ain't gonna be no ham hocks, no pig feet, and ain't gonna be no chicken feet or cow ears or none of those kind of things served. So they're gonna serve you some good food. So that's once again, that's the Friends of Rhonda Winbush. We'll be selling chicken and fish dinners next Saturday, July the 16th, from 12 to 5 p.m. at 2701 Mount Holly Street. Delivery is available with a minimum of 5 dinners. You can call 443-494-9784. So get yourself something to eat. Today you can go up to Supreme Oasis. Next week you can give them a call. The supporters or friends of Rhonda Winbush. She's running for the 6th Councilmatic District. Matter of fact, that's your area, Park Heights. But we know they need some help and need some real representation up there in Park Heights area, and get that DMV station out there from polluting that community with those toxic fumes. Because when they was doing it over there in the east side over on Exeter Hall, the residents complained, and they closed down that emission station over there. So I thank you. So Brian, anything you wish to say as we work towards closing this program out? What do you want the people to do, and how you want the people to help and assist you to become much more better to be the greatest there is in golf?
First off, I would like to say thank you to all my supporters. If you can't support me monetarily, prayer will always help. Your prayers. My name is Brian Martin. Like I said, my address is 4343 Reisterstown Road. If you would like to send a check to help me get to my destination in North Carolina on the 23rd, I just would like to say thank you to everybody. Every little thing helps to get to a big thing. So just thank you for all your support and keep me in your prayers. And hopefully I'll be able to come back with that gold first place medal when I return from Charlotte at my golf
No,
tournament.
you're going to come back with it.
Yeah, I will
You
come
come
back
back
with
with
it.
it. You got to claim it right now. You know what I
right.
mean? You got to claim it.
Claim it.
Claim it.
Well, it's mine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mama, what you got to say about your child?
I like to thank God for this young man. First and foremost, it's been really easy being his mother. Like every parent wants to encourage their children to be the best they can be. And he's doing that. He's doing that. I'm most proud. I'm most proud. I'm most proud of the young youth ministry that he's following. I'm most proud of when he comes to my church, Agape Miracle Worship Center. He's on board and ready to work.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, so we just want to, not just for Brian, we just want to, you know, lift each and every one up in the community and pray for, you know, better things to come for the community.
So what can you say to mothers out there who have sons and daughters that have this latent potential in them of how can they assist and bring this out? How do you and Brian relate as far as communicating with each other? You know, what his ideas may be and how he may kick things off of you, you know?
We go back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
but I respect his views. He respects mine. I've never had to use a switch, but parents is not the worst thing in the world.
Don't come back with that, you know what I mean? You know, you
It's
see
not
me.
the worst thing in the world. Okay.
Another point, basically to the mothers that see that potential in their son or child, basically support and love is the biggest key. Just show your kids that support and that love. It just gives them that extra drive, the extra push to be great. So that's like a big key, just support and love.
Yeah, and I would say it's my pleasure to know you and meet you and anything that you may need. You know, you always know where to find me, and you don't call and just call me, come to see me, and I'll see what I can do. I'm just like your mama, you know what I mean. I'm out there, trying to get my baby some scholarship money to help
Right.
defer the cost,
Yes.
from herself and my mama, being able to pay this tuition, and it's very difficult and it's very tough to do so because it seems to be not a lot of help out there. What was interesting was the list that your mama showed me, the folks that she asked for funds, and did they commit themselves as of yet?
Yes, we did. Brian, you want to share that?
Yes, with Senator Catherine Pugh and Delegate Terrain. They Sean Terrain. They helped me out. They're committing to it. We're just going through the process of getting the scholarship money for school, but everything is in full effect right now.
Yeah, so we can say I beat up on politicians real bad every opportunity I get. But I'll say something when you do something decent and something that you should be doing anyway, because they should be coming forth and coming to the community and letting folks know and letting parents know that there's monies available for their children, and whatever anyone does that will be able to assist you on the journey in which you are taking, and it's a lifetime journey that you are on, and we all wish to encourage you, wish for you the best. We were going to pray for you, but we also need some dollar bills, because prayer, may energize you, but it takes dollar bills to get you on that plane.
Right.
Okay? So y'all folks out there, we still got some time left, a couple of minutes left. You can call this station, 410-761-1592. I figure, man, if I wasn't so hard on some of these politicians, I may be able to get my baby some money. You know what I mean? But be that as it may, I ain't changing. You know what I mean? So
Right.
if any of y'all politicians out there want to, give me some scholarship money for my baby and make sure we take care of Brian and take care of some of these other children out here, or some of our children that have the ability and the potential to be the greatest thing on this planet.
Yes.
We must do that. I'm going to bring a sister on this program within the next 3 weeks. She is into molecular biology. She can break down the DNA of a rat. So we talk about, we can talk about our children, and we wouldn't know what our ability our children have within them if we don't bring them forth and we don't raise them up. Brian need to be an example. My children need to be an example. Other children need to be an example for other children, that they can see something different besides the negative things that are being shown, and that there's something better for them. And life doesn't consist of the hood. Right. You know what I mean? And have that hood mentality where they say, my daddy got shot in the hood, my cousin got shot in the hood, my brother got shot in the hood, and I got hood love. No, if all that happened, you should be getting out of the hood, or trying to change the hood. Amen. So I'm going to work to close this program out, and I thank Brother Brian for being here, and I thank his mother for being an advocate and a strong advocate for him. And we should be strong advocates for all of our children. We should be advocates for ourselves, because life is not going to change by itself. Nothing is going to drop out of the sky or come up out of the ground for you. You're going to have to involve yourself. You're going to have to get busy, and we're going to have to commit ourselves to ourselves. But right now we have to commit ourselves to our children, because right now they are being left alone and being neglected, and they are being victimized by this society. The most vulnerable is our senior and our elders. Yes. So you're judged by how you take care of the elders and the babies. Yes, and we're going to have to take and make a way for our children to be able to develop their full potential. So I have 5 minutes left, waiting for someone to call to pledge some money here, so we can get this young brother, to North. Where you going, North Kakalaki?
Yeah.
You going North Kakalaki, brother?
Yep.
Yes, sir. Folks, call in. A couple of minutes left, so we can get this young brother to North Kakalaki as I'm closing his program out this morning. So, Brian, give your information one more time how they can send some money.
Address is 4343 Reisterstown Road, 21215, Baltimore City. I'll say it again, 4343, Reisterstown Road, Baltimore City, 21215, and the name is Brian Martin.
Thank you. Anything else you want to say? Add to that, Brother Brian?
No, just thank you to everybody. Keep the love and support coming. I just wanted to thank everybody and keep me in your prayers.
So we're going to close this program out this morning. I'm Brother Donald, the Spirit Man. You can catch me next week, because I need some bucks to get on the stay on the air too. So we will going to. I thought another call was coming in, so I'm going to close this program out. So I thank you for listening to this program, and you still can contact Brother Brian and see if we can get him to this tournament in North Kakalaki. Mom, you want to say something else?
Yes, I will be. For the callers that couldn't call in, that may have wanted to and couldn't, we still thank you. I'd like to let the churches know in the 40th District, I will be knocking on your doors.
All right, so folks, we see you next week. Same time, same station. Hopefully in the same state of mind. Peace.